The Hallows Gate Campaign. The system of Hallows Gate, on the edge of the Screaming Vortex, consists of a number of small moons around 3 planets: Hallows Prime, Hallows Secundus, and Hallows Tertius. Little is known of them. Imperial records record nothing of importance save their location. However, their presence was about to be thrust into the limelight. Forces of the heretic Astartes, led by Abaddon the Despoiler, have deemed this location to be the perfect staging point for launching their assault on the Vigilus sector, giving time for their allies to muster. Agents of the Alpha Legion watch Vigilus begin to tear itself apart by marauding greenskins, while covertly supplying Genestealer cults for explosives and other less orthodox weapons. Timing to suppress and destroy defending forces would be essential. The Imperium is not without their network of operatives and spies in this area. A telepathic relay sent from the rogue trader, Ricardus Glendius Petlock, has reached the ears of Erin Caladan, Chapter Master of the Voidstalkers, one of the latest Primaris chapters as part of the Ultima founding, on patrol near the Citrix Maledictum, informing them of inconsistent warp echoes, spurious energy readings, and increased Fox traffic. From experience, this has never ended in good news. An urgent request for immediate martial support has been submitted.
And mildly disappointed about how I've just done.
Hey guys, my name is Nick and welcome back to the channel, and today I am lucky to be joined by the other half of the Floorhammer podcast, Mr. David Pettit.
Phrasing, but yes, I am from Floorhammer.
He's sporting the official merch, unlike Rich, who's been here before, and I play Rich in the first 2 rounds. So this is round 3 of my Hallows Gate campaign, featuring the boys from the Floorhammer podcast, and Bill and Dave from Warzone Morlock, plus Dave and Glenn from our Instagram collection of friends.
Well remembered.
Well, we say friends.
Yeah, associates.
Yeah, associates. We were aware of their existence, and they have armies, so it padded the campaign out. So yeah, this is round 3. We are playing Narrow the Search. It's 1,000 points, and you've brought your Black Templars. They're going to be facing against my depleted Thousand Suns from the last 2 rounds. There are very limited Zangors left in the offense from the Thousand Suns, so they're going to be attempting to take control of the centre of the board and summon in some demons for the future rounds that we're going to be playing, which will be escalating in points. I believe the next round is 1,500, 2,000, and then in theory, Apocalypse, if people's holidays and location and everything works out. But when we come back, we'll take a look through the armies, and we'll take a look at your Spray Black and Add Chains Black Templars.
Standard.
You are sporting some new rules from Faith and Fury.
I am. Faith and Fury. Lovely.
Lovely book. So yeah, you're taking full advantage of the power of Space Marines with all of their bonus books. And
not that I'm going to remember it, but
I've got Hateful Assault.
Yeah, I've got something.
That's all Chaos get these days.
I've got Assault Doctrines. Get there as soon as possible.
Yes. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come back, take a look at the 2 armies, and then we'll go straight into the game. So these are the forces of the Black Templars that I'll be facing. This is 1,000 points. Do you want to run us through the army, please, Dave?
Yeah, so leading from the front is the Primaris Chaplain. So I didn't like the Crodius, so I swapped it for a banner. Next to him, you've got the Emperor's Champion. So he is coming off the bench, so I don't often use him. And let's see how he gets on in this game. He's got some updated rules in the Faith and Fury book, so I'm hoping he is as good as he used to be. Right on the left, you've got 3 bikes with they are WYSIWYG, so they do have 2 grav guns in there. And then behind that, you've got a Relic Contemptor Dreadnought. He comes as standard with the Stormbolter and 2 close combat weapons, Dreadnought close combat weapons. And in front of those, you'll see some Tactical Marines. You might not know what these are, but these are Tactical Marines.
Old school Marines, old Marines.
Yep, still on their 25mm bases, because I definitely didn't have these guys back from 7th edition. Moving across, at the back you've got the 3 Boltstorm Gauntlet Aggressors. So they are still awaiting Primaris upgrade shoulder pads, which, as the Faith and Fury has come out now, I have a feeling they are not coming, and I'm going to have to put the shoulder pads from the standard old Black Templars upgrade kit on them. Just in front of those, you've got some neophytes with sniper rifles, or scouts, as they are in the Codex, with the sniper rifles. To the right of those, you've got my 3rd troops choice, because this is a battalion, for the 8 command points. So you've got the 6 intercessors, and the guy at the front with the power sword. And then just behind that, you have a Predator Annihilator, or a Predator with the twin las cannon and the 2 Sponson las cannons.
So that is 1,000 on the nose?
Yeah, there's 1,000 on the nose.
Wow, 1,000 on the nose, and 8 CP, as you did mention, for a battalion and a battle forged. Very good. It's surprising how much you can actually fit in 1,000 points. So this is the 1,000 points, 998 points of 1,000 Suns. We'll go from left to right at the back then, as my flyer is a Helldrake with a Bale Flamer. On the left here we have a sort of 5 Rubric Marines. No special upgrades. The Aspiring Sorcerer has Weaver of Fates. Moving on then, this is my Warlord. This is a Winged Demon Prince with a pair of Malefic Talons. He is sporting Diabolic Strength and Warp Time. Moving across a bit further, right at the very back is 5 Scarab Occult Terminators, fully kitted out, with a Skyfire missile rack and a Soul Reaper cannon. The Aspiring Sorcerer here is running a Tzeentch's Firestorm. We also have 10 Cultists with autoguns, nothing fancy there. Pretty stock, I think, just to make sure I get my 3rd troops choice. At the back then, a fast attack choice. It is 3 Zangor Enlightened with Divining Spears. Then we have a 2nd unit of 5 Rubric Marines, just here exactly the same as the other squad, although this Aspiring Sorcerer has Temporal Manipulation. Finally, we have an Exalted Sorcerer right here. He is running Glamour of Tzeentch, Smite and Prescience. That comes in 998. It is 8 command points. I've not spent anything else. These are the forces that are going to be arrayed against the forces of the Black Templars. Will they get to the gate? Will they summon their demon ally brothers? Or will they be defended and defeated? It's coming right up.
The Hallows Gate campaign.
So, Mr. David has picked the sides. He has gone down here. We'll pan through his army shortly, which meant that the 1,000 Suns have set up first. They have gone all out to try and get to the summoning gate as quickly as possible, with a very aggressive front deployment. And as such, are we going to go for a cheeky seize?
I think so. I'm in 2 minds whether I want to go first, so it's only a 6 up, and because I don't care about it, I might get it.
That's how it works.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Do you want to re-roll it?
No.
That's pre-game dice, you can't.
I will keep that.
You're going to keep that. So when we come back, Mr. David and the Black Templars are going to be steaming forwards to try and do some damage to the Thousand Suns over here. See if anything's left standing. When we come back, we'll complete the movement phase and see how things are looking. So movement phase for the Black Templars has now completed. Over here, the Predator did nothing. He's going to scan it because he has got great line of sight to the Helldrake, the big super chicken. Look at that.
It's going to crash and burn and destroy half
You're
your army.
going to roll loads of ones. That's how it's going to work. Your Contemptor, did he advance? I believe he did. He just ran forward 9.
He just ran forward.
Ran forward like a crazed loon that he is. The Intercessors over here have stood still, whilst the Tactical Marines, the Chaplain and the Emperor's Emperor's Champion, Emperor's Champion have just walked forward. The Aggressors have also walked forward, no advancing from over here. And then around here on the flank, the bikes have come flying around the corner, handbrake turns and all, and skidded to a halt behind the piece of cover as we move into the shooting phase for the Black Templars. Where are we going to start with?
I am going to start with the snipers. So I'm going to try and take the head off the snake by shooting. If I can range him, I can.
There's a choice of characters to pick from.
This sorcerer.
So you're going straight at my aspiring sorcerer.
So,
I'm not looking forward to this.
5 shots.
Yep.
3.
And that is a full complement of hits.
Ooh.
That's not a good start.
And then 4s, but 6 is a mortal wound.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello. There is 1 and 3 armour saves and
3
1
armour saves and a
wound.
mortal. So we have 3 armour saves. That's not a good start. That is 2. And then no save from the mortal. That's 3 wounds. Do I want to CP at least one of those? You know what? I've got 8 CP. I'm going to reroll one of those. And there we go.
Yep.
So I take 2 damage. Poor guy. Put him down to 3.
Snipers doing snipers.
Poor guy. The exalted sword. He's here to summon. He's not here to be sniped. Don't be ruining his day.
Hey, I'm using my rules. That's what the snipers are going to do all game. Righty ho.
What's next, sir?
I will shoot. I might do a sweep and just shoot with the aggressors next.
Might have to pause the video here as the aggressors open fire.
I will, as I chuck my dice on the floor as well.
There is a lot of dice. When we come back, we'll see exactly how many shots they've done because they fire a lot. After the withering hail of fire from the aggressors, it was 7 shots from the Fragstorms and 18 shots from the Boltstorm Gauntlets. Even with all his dust, I have lost 2 guys. 2 from the 5-man squad here. Yeah, rolling a 1 wasn't on the cards. But there we go. That is the aggressors and their sheer volume of fire. I'm now going to be facing some more. Where are we going next, Mr. David?
I'm going to try and kill this Helldrake with 4 las cannon shots.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I kind of want to because I'm still in the 7th edition mindset of Helldrakes because you don't see them often.
That's because they were really good in 7th and they really suck in 8th.
Yeah,
but I felt a demon engine of some kind was going to be influencing the Dark Gods, so that's the reason why I took him. I wasn't thinking about the Forge Fiend because of shooting.
Yeah.
And then I thought this doesn't get to come out very often, and I quite like the paint job I've done on it. So
it looks lovely.
It needs to get out and exercise its wings, but
it'll look better in your case.
it will look better when it's.
Oh,
That's fighting talk.
Fighting talk.
It's going to be on the end of the table when it's been hit by 4d6 damage in a minute.
You've seen my rolling though. I mean.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Right, 4 shots from the las cannons. There you go. 2 hits. Because it didn't move, luckily.
Awesome. Does he wound on 3s?
3s. 1 wound.
1 wound. AP minus loads, aren't they?
It's normally 3. It's gone to a 4 because it's the heavy
so
weapon.
I'm on a demon 5+ save.
Oh,
yes! Go on the Helldrake.
nice
This
one.
is what we like. Come here, my chicken. You're so pretty.
Next, I am going for these guys. So with Bolter Discipline, they get to rapid fire, essentially. But I am going to use my auxiliary grenade launcher to fire a...
So you got a 30-inch grenade.
Yep, which I will also shoot the same squad, which is the 5-man Rubik Marines on this side.
Okay.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, essentially rapid firing. And then the crack grenade. So I'll shoot the crack grenade first, just to get it out of the way.
Which you're still in heavy doctrine, so that's got an extra AP.
Yep. So he hits.
Yep.
Same again. That'd be great. Oh, does wound.
It does wound. What's the regular AP on? Is it -1? They do D3 damage, right?
I believe so.
Well, let's see what I roll anyway. I've rolled an invulnerable save, so
You've got
we
it.
are okay regardless. But I think it's yes, -1, and then you're -2 for heavy and D3 damage.
Yep, because we are in the Devastator Doctrine. So these guys are hitting on 3s. That was pretty decent for me, anyway. There we go, and then 4s. There you go. So
Seems
4
to be quite a lot. That's 4.
at -1 because they're bolt rifles.
So all this dust, I'm still on a 3+ save then, because they are still 1 damage.
That is
So
correct.
3+ save.
Oh dear.
And that is not how you play Warhammer.
Oh no. Oh Nick.
And I've already had my re-rolled on my sorcerer. This is going to be the shortest game ever. Thanks for coming and good night.
Oh Nick.
Welcome to Warhammer 40k, where that happens. So the thing is, I was overconfident with the fact that the Helldrake survived, that my actual troops that I need to play the mission have all died.
Well, this is why I'm going for the troops for the numbers game. So
Tactical squad.
I think it leaves this guy left.
Oh, you got Stormbolter in there before you forget.
I do,
you
so
have
I
it
shall shoot it.
Stuffed inside his fist. Who we going at?
I will try to get first strike and kill off the
Kill off the
last
sorcerer.
guy.
Yep, and save my embarrassment of a morale phase.
Oh, there you go. Swings and roundabouts. 1 hit. No wound.
No wounds.
There you go.
So I will fail it in the morale phase later in a few minutes. That's fine.
I didn't want to take that risk. And now, look at these guys. Tactical Marines.
Tactical.
You can tell I haven't played with them much in 8th after getting Primaris because they are still on their 25mm
Yeah,
bases.
look at those bases. Aren't they beautiful?
They are shocking. You realise how good 32mm bases are compared to them.
Well, I did rebase my Blood Angels. Now the question is, do I rebase my old Imperial Fist? But they are Heresy era, so yeah.
Keep the nostalgia factor.
Absolutely.
Right, let's shoot the heavy bolter first. So I am going back at the
Original
other
squad. You
Rubik
have
squad.
moved, so you are -1 to hits.
Correct. But it is a heavy weapon.
It is.
Ooh, one hit.
hits. Thank you for moving.
No problem.
3s.
Nice.
-2 for heavy doctrine.
Yes.
Yes. So I am now on a 4+ save. Yeah, I've made a save. Woo!
And right, the rest of the guys, so they have moved. So they are in shooting 1 each. I'll just make sure they are in 24 actually. Yes, just.
Yep.
So what have we got? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because the sergeant has a bolt pistol and 4 sacks. Power axe, even, not 4 sacks. What am I talking about?
Right.
They're not Psykers.
Good.
Oh,
Turned into a Grey Knight.
wash my mouth out. There we go. That's slightly better. And then 4s again.
Again.
Oh dear.
And just 2, but you've seen my saves so far.
I have.
But all this dust, I'm on a 2+, and I've made them.
There you go.
Woohoo!
Standard. And yep, these guys have pistols, albeit a Absolver bolt pistol, I think it's called. So I believe that
You're all done.
is the end of my shooting phase.
So, for leadership then, I have morale to worry about for my 4 saves, 4 fails. So, He is leadership 8. He's lost 4 dudes.
Oh,
he is okay. And these guys lost 2, so they can't fail.
No, because a 6 would pass.
6 would still pass. So the troops are still here, and when we come back, we'll see how the beleaguered slightly. I've lost some expensive marines. See if they can come back and wreck face. Much deliberation has passed. The Thousand Suns have now completed their movement phase. I've actually backed off a little bit from with the enlightened here, just for those guys who are going to come around the next turn, I believe. And I didn't want to make sure that I was then consolidated into after probably smashing these guys to pieces. Terminators have inched forward a little bit. They are sacrificing their 5+ invulnerable save, but I'm hedging my bets a little bit on the natural 1+, which always fails, but 1+ against all the AP -1 stuff in Tactical Doctrine next turn. I think that might be a little bit more beneficial. But equally, I needed them all in range to have a go at the aggressors. That is going to be their target. My sorcerer has moved. He has moved over to here. He's now out of range of the snipers.
Good choice.
But equally, I wanted to make sure that the Relic Contemptor was in the nearest target for a smite attack. The Demon Prince has moved forward over to here, and
risking his invuns, eh?
He's risking it for the biscuit. And then the Helldrake, I had to go after the last cannons. I was tempting to send him into the aggressors. I was tempted to send him over to the snipers, but in the end, I decided even if I don't kill it, which even with his hateful assault could be tricky, but it will stop the last cannons coming back at me, especially if I'm sacrificing invulnerable saves. So I think we'll see where that goes as we go into the psychic phase. Okay, so we're going to kick off the psychic phase then with temple manipulation from this little sorcerer down here.
Boo.
He's going to be casting that on my warlord. It's cast on a 6.
Oh.
That goes off, and my warlord will recover D3 wounds. He recovers 2 back. He is back on the full strength. Thank you very much. Screw you, snipers. Ha 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 ha. We will then move on to, we'll go with the smites first because the smites are easy. But first off, the Demon Prince is going to go with Diabolic Strength. Again, cast on a 6. That goes off. He's now +1 strength, +1 attack. 2+2 strength, +1 attack on top of Hateful Assault. That's going to be quite handy.
It's going to be tasty.
And he can cast a second power as I throw the dice on the floor. Yep, and his second power, he normally has warp time, but I'm not going to go with warp time here. We're going to go straight onto a smite. And that's not a good smite roll, that is a command point re-roll for that one. And it's a 6, which means it does go off, and it is D3 mortal wounds. It's just the 1. D3 is a 1 on this channel, as everybody knows. But you have...
I have a Black Templar chapter trait.
Whoa.
So, because the Black Templars have no psychic defense, Games Workshop were very nice and gave us a 5-up.
5-up, ignore mortal.
Yeah, basically. Ignore all mortal wounds, not just psychic ones.
Yep.
So on a 5-up, I ignore it. And he's throwing it off the board.
And he's throwing it off the board, it's still on the board, that still counts, that is a 5.
There you go. Rules actually making it work.
And you were lucky it's still on the board, otherwise I would have forced a re-roll on that. We will then cast a Glamour of Zinch from my other aspiring sorcerer down here. So range of 18 thanks to Psychic Shenanigans. So this guy down here, casting it on my Demon Prince. That is cast. He is glamoured, which means you are -1 to hit him. Awesome.
In combat as well.
Oh yes. I kind of thought that might benefit him with no invulnerable save. That's going to help because you're going to do lots of damage.
True. I have no invulnerable save too, so we are equal.
Yeah, all men are created equal. Some are more equal than others. Is that an all-well thing? My warlord then, he's going to be smiting. His nearest target is that Relic Contemptor as well. And he's got a big boy. He's got the big boy.
Oh no.
It is D6 mortal wounds.
Come on, the 1.
It's the big one. It's the big one. 6 5-up saves to shrug this off.
Come on.
He's made nearly all. Oh my god.
Oh,
What is this?
this is not my roller.
Can you go away? What is that? Well, I just get.
You got one off.
Do you know how you can't roll a 2+ for your Mortalith Vortex Beast?
Yeah.
What is this?
These are.
What?
I've gone back to my old dice.
Right.
That's what
Okay.
it is.
You're fired. Takes 1 mortal wound. Just for the record, that is 1 mortal wound. Thanks for that. Right, I need to now drag the depths of my psychic powers to see what else I can do. He has.
That was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. Prescience is the other thing. Add 1 to hit rolls. Yeah, we'll go Prescience then from the Exalted Sorcerer. He's going to be casting Prescience onto my Winged Demon Prince. That
Oh no.
is my second Perils of the Warped
You need
Tent.
to stop rolling here. Go back to rolling to your right.
Yeah, but that's this is where I rolled all the death of everyone else. I can't re-roll any of these. It doesn't go off. He takes 2 mortal. Just put him back where he was, shall we?
Yeah.
So
just ignore that.
after temporal manipulation, the snipers are just laughing their socks off. Thank you very much, Fickle Powers of Zinch.
You would be down to 1. Let's not forget.
That is very true. We've also got Zinch's Firestorm.
Yes, my favourite.
Range of 24 for me. It is on my Terminator Sorcerer.
I believe you're in range of these guys.
I am in range of those guys. So, we are going to be rolling 9 dice. Let's grab some dice.
You okay counting?
But I have to cast them first. Zinch's Firestorm is on a 7. That is not enough to cast Zinch's Firestorm, so I'm glad I got those 9 dice out because I can put them all away
Ready
now.
for next time.
This is a shocker of a psychic phase, but it is all over as we move into the shooting phase. So we're going to kick off the shooting phase over here then with the not as nasty as it used to be Bale Flamer. Bale Flamer has 6 hits automatic, but we saw how good my hits were just a few moments ago. Strength 6, toughness 7, and that kind of just proves it.
Oh no.
It is not a single wound.
I mean, I sound very unsympathetic,
No.
but I am actually quite sympathetic now.
Yeah.
This is like watching me play.
I'm telling you, you're going home in a minute. So let's move away from him because obviously he's saving his claws. He's saving the claws. He doesn't want to damage you. He wants to go straight in properly. So we shall move on then to the Terminators. The Terminators are going to be shooting the aggressors.
Yep.
I think this is
Saw
a
this
key round of shooting every weapon type that they have. Soul Reaper, Hellfire Rack, the whole shebang. So we will start with the Hellfire Rack, I think first. 2 shots. That is 2 hits. Strength 8. That is 2 wounds.
That's 1 wound. They are
Toughness 5, aren't they? Oh, okay, that is 1 wound.
And what's the AP?
Let's have a quick check in the book of rules because that's where stuff like this lives. Hellfire is -2.
Ooh. So they normally have a 3-up, up to a 5-up, which fails.
And they are D3 damage piece. 2 damage.
So 1 is down to 1.
The Soul Reaper next is 4 shots. And that is a full spread of hits.
Tasty.
Strength 5, toughness 5, so 4s to wound. And that is just 1 at -3.
-3. Does not save this time.
One of the aggressors can leave the board. We then move on to the Storm Bolters. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Storm Bolters. Well, they're combi bolters, but at least they do the same thing as Storm Bolters did. Combi bolters were never as good, I don't think. Heresy, I know. And
So you need 5s here now.
I will need 5s to wound, but that's not a bad
It's not
set of
bad.
hits. That's not a bad set of hits to start with. But 5s to wound. This is where it needs to count.
That's tasty.
That's not bad. I'll take that.
Lovely
3.
job.
That is 5 in total at -2.
-2, so back to 5s again. Saved 1, 2.
But that
3
is-
go through.
3 go through. 1 aggressor drops, unless you're going to CP it.
You've got the entire shooting phase to go still.
I do.
I like the aggressors, so I am going to.
A point is being spent.
Yep, it's not statistically not the best reroll, but does not
And
save.
it hasn't paid off.
So it does die.
2 down. I'm still looking for a cheeky first strike here, because you didn't get first strike, did you?
I did not.
No.
No.
So that does mean I'm going to have to look at my other shooting options, which I think is going to be the other rubrics down here. They haven't moved, so they're going to get bolted discipline. They're going to have to go after that one guy.
Don't forget the cultist auto guns.
I don't think they're going to be in range, but
Beware the auto guns.
But beware, the auto guns are fearful. So we have 6 shots from the Inferno bolt guns going at the aggressor.
That's good hit. Oh, he's flown off.
He's flown away. I don't get any re-rolls. In fact, I could have had a re-roll on one of the Terminators, I think, but there we go. Fires to wound. It is 2 wounds though, at -2.
Oh, he saved 1.
Takes 1.
Down to 2.
I am struggling to think of what else. We will check the range on the cultist.
Yes!
I mean, 24 was actually pretty much borderline here. They're certainly not in range of that aggressor, to be honest. So, unfortunately, I've got nothing else to shoot the aggressor. I will check the range of the cultist shooting your dreadnought, though. 7 toughness 7. So the cultists are in range of that contemptor. They are going to be firing their super guns here.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Super snaz guns.
Super snaz guns. I do get to re-roll the 1 though,
Yep.
because that's important.
Oh, it hits as well.
They are hitting on 4s, right? There's no way they are going to be marine skilled here. But I am wanting 6s to wound. There is none of those 6s in that. That was clutching at straws. So the shooting phase is over, but we have the assault phase coming up.
Good.
When we come back, we'll see, will the Winged Demon Prince do the damage? Will the Helldrake do his damage?
Boo.
Or will it just all fluff like a lot of my saves? So the Helldrake is charging the Predator. So, Overwatch with 4 last gunners.
Dun, dun, dun. I'll roll it over here. Nothing.
Nothing, and I think I only need like I need not a lot to get in, so there we go.
I think you're fine.
Just to roll it, just so it's on the record, that is that charge. Then equally, the Demon Prince is going to be charging the Dreadnought, so you've got a Stormbolt at Overwatch.
Ew. Oh,
There is
we
a
go.
hit, there's a couple of hits in there. I am toughness 6.
Does not matter.
Does not matter with the Snake Eye. So, his charge range though, it is a 7, that is plenty to get him in. So he will...
Caw-caw.
Hello, look at us. Woo.
It's interesting you've gone round to the sword side.
Well, he didn't want to
Some
be...
would say that is not technically.
Well, the big fist, you know, that's where it goes.
That's true.
So we will start off the combat then. I don't think there's any more charges to worry about.
Don't believe so.
With the Demon Prince
Charging into Templars.
charging into a combat army
I'm
with
pitying
a
the
magic
fool.
army. So he comes with 4 base attacks. He has a pair of talons, which is an extra 3. He is demonically strength, which is an extra attack, and hateful assault for another attack. He has
Ouch.
a lot of dice. A lot of dice has not been very valuable to me so far in this game.
Hey, this is where your fortune's going to change. I believe in you.
Did I get prescience off on this guy?
Not on this guy. He is -1 to hit though. You've
Yes,
got
I am
glamour.
-1 to hit, but I am hitting on 2s regardless. So prescience wouldn't have actually done me anything for this guy anyway. So they have all hit. That is a good start. Strength 7, toughness 7.
Correct.
I am with my bonus. I am at +1 +2.
+2 strength.
+2 strength, so I'm 3 to wound.
Nice.
That's a lot of
That's...
That's 4 that didn't go through there, but that is 5 that are through at -2 AP.
-2 AP.
5 plus 8? How many have you made this time?
Alas, I have failed 3.
You failed 3, they'll have 2 damage apiece.
That is 4 more mortal wounds. 4 more wounds, I should say. So he's down to 7 because he has a relic contemptor. He is just
still
on the
not
top
bracketed,
level.
Steve. Still
7
not
to
in
12
mini
wounds.
raspberry mode. Are you going to interrupt before I attack with the Helldrake?
I am not, because I don't think this predator is. I don't think he's put on his assault pants.
You haven't seen how bad Helldrakes are. I don't think they've got any assault pants left, right?
Yeah.
So he is still full bracketed, so he has 4 attacks plus 1. He does get Hateful Assault.
He does.
So he is 5 attacks. He is hitting on 3s. That is not enough. That is 3 hits.
Might degrade him.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to stop cheating, really.
Well, you've done that.
Strength 7, toughness 7, forced wound. That is 2 wounds though at -1.
-1, so 4s. Both go through.
Both go through. They are D3 damage apiece.
Oof.
2d3 for 4 damage.
Bam. Down to 7.
No first strike.
From both of us.
From both of us. And we've got this really open board. And neither has managed to do it.
Well, you're a magic army, and you fluff that, and I'm a close combat army.
And you didn't have any of
And I
that.
didn't have any of that.
So, at the end of battle round 1, 0 first strikes, no Slay the Warlords. It's a numbers game to see who controls the gate at 18.
So what we've got, did you kill any of these guys?
I did not even shoot at those guys.
You did not, so they've still got 10, 16, 17, 18. Ooh, is this guy
The aggressor
in?
should be
Yep, he is.
19 and the contemptor for 20.
20.
Leaving me with
1.
10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. I didn't count him, did I? God, my maths is terrible. It says 10 cultists at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25.
I can't remember what I got.
You were less than that, it was 19.
I think so,
I think
yeah.
it was 19. So, the first actual point of the game goes to the Thousand Suns. However, the control of the gate now shrinks to just 15 inches, and we move into battle round 2. Black Templars movement phase is complete as expected. Well, we did miss the attacks back actually. You did do an attack back.
I hit.
You did hit, but you did fail to wound the Helldrake in that combat. We did miss that at the end of the last phase, but just to recap, that did actually happen.
People are turning off because they missed it.
People don't watch this anyway,
Yeah.
trust me. Other than that, your guys remained in combat. Your intercessors have just moved round and have got a line of sight down on Terminators. The big blob here all advanced, and you rolled a big advance.
I did. I rolled a 5, so they moved 11 inches.
Who said tactical marines were not scary? The aggressor, he didn't move, right?
He did not
so
move.
he could be firing twice next turn,
He will be.
making up for his lost brethren. You haven't got to worry about morale phase for him either, right? 'Cause you only got
No, because
2.
there's only 3 of them.
The snipers, funnily enough, stayed still, and the bikes have swung round from the back of this rock
Huzzah!
and just got round to here. So they've got plenty of options as we move into the Black Templars shooting phase. Where are you opening up first, sir?
So, what I have done is I have played a Black Templar stratagem.
Oh, here we go.
So,
Shenanigans start.
So what I used was the Emperor's Will for 1 command point. I shall read this out loud.
Please do.
So I used it in the movement phase, and it says, use this stratagem in your movement phase when a Black Templars infantry unit, the tactical squad down below,
These guys here.
Black Templars infantry unit from your army advances. Until the end of this turn, models from that unit can still shoot with their pistol weapons, and the unit can still charge. So advance and
I
charge.
think they're like Tyranids, isn't it? Do they?
Yes, exactly. Only for 1 command point as well.
They're Gene Stealer Black Templars.
Exactly. So I have advanced them, and they have the Black Templar chapter tactics of re-rolling 1 or both of the charge distance dice as well.
So they're orcs as well?
Yep.
Okay. So
they have all of the combat tactics.
Who says Marines have been overpowered slightly in the recent editions? They've now got Tyranid rules, Orc rules, you name it, they've got all the rules. That's all you ever need.
Like the Blood Ravens.
Yes.
Nicking everything else.
Where's the shooting starting from?
I will shoot with the snipers.
Yeah.
Because they are probably going to be the first to be out of range, I believe. Although, no, actually, I'm going to shoot with this guy first.
The aggressor is opening up. He's down to 1. He is firing twice.
He is firing twice. So instead of his normal 6 shots, he gets 12 shots with his Bolt Storm Gauntlet.
And 2d6 with the Fragstorm.
Exactly. So he will shoot at the 5 or now 4-man.
4-man dude down here.
Rubric Marine Squad. So let's fire the Bolt Storm first. 12 shots, hitting on 3s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. Ooh, that was a hit. Honest. Oh,
you've picked up my dice.
That is 1 wound, sir.
That is 1 wound. Let me grab some dice.
And I'll tell you what, I'll do the Fragstorm
Yep.
as well, because it's the same stat line. So that's slightly better. 7 shots. In fact, that's all of the 3 of them could muster last turn.
That is true. You did roll a 5 and 2 1s in the previous one.
Well remembered.
I know, it's like Rimmer doing Risk.
There we go. So that's all but 1 hit.
Can you wound?
No.
No. 3 in total?
Yep, 3 in total, because there's 2 from that one.
No APs to worry about. You're still, or have you moved into
I have
tactical?
moved into tactical now.
So they are -1.
They are -1 now.
So I am on a 3+ save. I have.
Oh, it worked out as well.
I have whiffed.
You're going to blow your command point early again.
Well,
bearing in mind there is quite a lot of shooting.
there's still a lot of shooting still to come. So I'm probably going to let that stand because, yeah, you're still going to have to shoot with these guys. So yeah, we'll let that one go. That's 2 dudes though are dead, leaving just 2 left.
I am going to try and shoot them with the snipers as well. So 5 shots from the snipers.
Is this giving you some options of where your charge might go with the bikes, is it?
Yeah, also the bikes have 2 grav guns, if you can see, so they are quite good against Terminators.
Oh yeah, anything better than a 3+ armor save?
Terminators, incidentally, without their invuln.
And they're multi-damage as well, so they don't even get all these dust.
Correct.
Well, it's like you've played this game before.
Well, I've played against Grav a lot in 7th edition, and my Terminators got ground to a pulp every single time. Right, so 5 shots, 5 sniper shots, hit on 3s. Okay.
That is 4 hits.
And now,
6 is a mortal.
6s are mortal.
There
That is a mortal wound and
3
saves.
So the 3 saves. That's 2 dead. That is the unit wiped.
Huzzah!
That is not what you want.
Go on the snipers. They are honestly not this good normally. I've been rolling very well with the snipers.
And they're regular snipers, they're not even eliminators.
They are regular snipers.
Regular snipers.
Good old scout squads. Slightly unfluffy-ish. They are neophytes in the Black Templars.
Of course they are, yeah.
But they're just trying to prove themselves one last time before they come in as shits. I believe.
So, what's next?
The bikes. So now that they have been cleared off, I'm in 2 minds whether to shoot the Terminators, because you could reduce my charge distance. However,
You've got rerolls on that charge.
I do have rerolls on that charge.
So you've got an option of the Zangor, or you've got an option of these guys.
Yes. And there are some Black Templar shenanigans, which means I could insta-wound you with some of the hits from a lot of those guys. So I am going to shoot the pistols first, because that's all these guys can shoot, and see if that does anything. So as we played the stratagem, they can shoot with their pistols after advancing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pistols.
10 pistols from the tactical squad into the Terminators.
It's almost like none of them have died.
Well, they haven't been shot at. That's
No.
how it works.
Well, fall over. Right, there we go. So 2 missed.
8 hits, 4's to wound.
4's to wound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sir.
5 wounds.
You can take it on your lack of invuln if you want.
And I have passed all of those.
Yep, that is shocking. Right, grav guns. Yep.
Grav guns from the bikes.
I think it would be prevalent for me to shoot at the Terminators. Rather
Okay, so the grav guns are opening up. They are strength 5. They are -3 AP.
So after
D3 damage if you have a better than a 3+ or 3+ or better save. So all his dust is ignored. You've only hit once.
I only hit once. So
3's to wound.
3's to wound. Oh,
After
no.
all of that, we just spent 5 minutes looking the rules up there.
Oh, God.
And it's a 2, so you have whiffed and you've used a reroll.
But they do have lots of bolt guns on there. So
Well, there is that.
the sergeant only has a chainsword. So he has.
So that's 3 rapid firing, 6 rapid firing bolt guns, isn't it?
That
Right, is it
is,
there?
yes.
And 4 shots a bike.
Yep, so 3 times 4 is 12.
Good, quick maths.
Quick maths. There we go. That's only 2 missed, I believe. Unless,
3,
no,
the
3
one
missed.
there.
Yep. Behind that model, sneaky.
4's wound.
4's 2 wounds.
That is 3 wounds.
Yep, that is 3 wounds.
2+ saves on the 3 wounds. And I have failed 1. I haven't done a reroll yet, though, have I?
I don't believe so. You're going to have a lot of wounds coming in from the guys, but they are one of your biggest unit that's still in range of the
Yeah,
portal.
I'm going to CP that. And there we go. We are saved. That is another CP. I am down to 5 CP.
Moving across, this whole blob here advanced, although they have shot with their pistols. This guy does not have a pistol. This guy fell back, so I think we are just down to the intercessors.
Left.
They,
Oh, shooting at.
the cultists.
Oh, you're going to try and get the. You're playing the number. You're playing the mission.
I am playing the mission.
What's all this about?
Yeah, well, anyone that's played me before, I completely forget the mission. Actually, I think I completely forget objectives. I run past objectives.
So that is the mission.
It usually is, but
Today?
not this time. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that guy hasn't got a head.
That guy does not have a head, unfortunately. So the story behind these guys
Mine
is
-2 to hit.
I was waiting for the Black Templar Primaris upgrade sprue that never came out. So alas, I am going to have to buy actual shoulder pads again for like the 15th time. I'm going to have to buy the upgrade sprue. So, do they get?
Just one shot, man. Because you're not half range.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using the grenade launcher or no?
Oh, I could frag it actually.
You could frag.
I could frag. Yeah, go on then. I will frag because they are only toughness 3, aren't they?
Yep.
So 5 bolt rifle shots.
Yep.
Hit on 3s. Oh dear.
They need to go back to the armoury.
Yep, I need to go back to my first turn rolling.
You are 3's to wound though.
1 wound. And the frag.
You're -2, so that's an auto kill.
Ooh,
Because you are tactical doctrine.
I am.
I don't even get any t-shirt saves of any kind there.
And then the frag grenade from the underslung grenade launcher.
How many shots?
Oh dear.
1 shot.
I've already re-rolled.
It does hit.
Does hit. And it does wound.
It does wound. Yeah, they are strength 4.
4,
aren't
I
they?
think, yeah.
But I do get a t-shirt save off of that because there's no.
It's heavy. Ooh.
All the grenade launchers are heavy, but you're in tactical doctrine.
Yeah, so it's frag is
Frag's no AP.
no AP.
So t-shirt save. No, that's
Did not matter.
that's not going to save anything, is it? So let's remove a guy here. That's 2 cultists dead.
And I believe that is all of my shooting.
So shooting phase over. When we come back, we are on for some combat and see where the charges come in from. Decisions have been made on the charges. The bikes going for the Terminators.
So this is 9 inches, but because I'm Black Templars, I can re-roll one or both of the dice.
So you're an
charge
orc.
distance. I am an orc. There we go. That
It's
is enough.
enough though to get in without a reroll. The bikes are in on the Terminators. However, we have some overwatch to resolve here.
This is a lot of shots coming back.
This could be a few shots. So Stormbolters first. I've got a couple of handfuls of dice here, looking for 6s.
Oh dear.
There are a couple of 6s in here. I've got 4 hits. One, that was a hit. 2, 3, and that one. I will roll that with a purple dice. We are 5s to wound. We have 1 wound.
I have 1 wound at minus.
I didn't roll it.
2.
Did I roll any 1s in that round of Overwatch? Because I'm realising that I'm missing out on my reroll 1s from my Exalted Sorcerer, but it's done and dusted now. I'm not going to rewind the video.
You sure?
Yep, let's go for it.
Right. So
Minus 2.
Minus 2. That is a failed save.
That is a 1. We then have the Soul Reaper Cannon. That I am going to remember to reroll the 1s this time, but it doesn't matter. And then 2 shots from the Hellfire Rack. There's a hit from the Hellfire Rack. There is a wound from the Hellfire Rack.
What? That also goes through.
That is 2. That is D3 damage, but
that
it
just
doesn't
killed
matter.
it.
It's going to kill 1 bike. Overwatch complete.
Blasphemy, as I took the banner first.
But the charge is successful.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Rum. Right, so that leaves this tactical squad open for what will be a 6.5, so 7-inch, 6-inch charge, which they
Is needing
are
a
going to
reroll.
re-roll.
And it's still
no.
a whiff.
Luckily, there's no Overwatch coming back.
No,
but,
because that could have been a free round of shooting.
Yeah, I did
But-
use a stratagem on that.
That cost you a stratagem point to be able to do that as well.
Oh dear.
So the charges are done. Let's move into the fight phase. We are kicking off the assault phase or the fight phase with the bikes then. So there are 4 attacks from the sergeant because he's got a chainsword, 2 from the other dude. Thank you to Shock Assault. Let's come at me, bro.
So the Black Templars from Faith and Fury have a special rule called the Knights of Sigismund, which is not active now because I just realised it's Assault Doctrine.
And you're still in tactical.
I'm still in tactical.
Yes.
It's only 2nd round. I keep forgetting this. Here we go. So attacks. Oh, that would have been an instant wound as well.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? But that's still a 5 hits. That's not bad.
5 hits.
You are forced wound.
I am forced to wound. That is 2 wounds.
2 plus save though.
Oh,
I'm glad I made that command point save early because that would have been a dead Terminator.
that would have been.
So before we move into any return combat, I am spending 2 command points. I'm interrupting,
Oh,
and the Winged Demon Prince is going to fight against the Contemptor.
shock horror here.
So 7 base attacks plus 1 still for Diabolic Strength, which is lasting till the end of the next phase. So can he do some damage? He is re-rolling 1s for himself. That is a full suite of hits to start with. Strength 7, toughness 7 is forced wound. And 3
there
to
you go.
wound because I'm still
Yeah.
Diabolic Strength,
That's it.
which is an awful roll.
Well, you got a
once-
lot of 3s to be fair.
What 3?
Well,
And then
they were the only ones that did hit.
that's the story of this game right here. So 3 go through. It's so bad.
He's getting really put off by the wall.
This is. He's got so many. He's done 17 attacks so far. This is rubbish. It's -2.
-2. Oh dear.
They've all gone straight
They've
through.
all gone
though.
through.
So that is 6 damage, leaving you on 1. No, he's on.
Yeah, he was on 7,
He's
so
on
it's
7.
leaving him on 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is in full raspberry mode, as Mr. Bill would say.
So,
Even if you save an extra one, that would put him up to 3.
which I don't think is the next level. So that is poor.
So we just, do you want to fight back with him, and then I'll hit you back with the Terminators in a second.
How very kind. Right, so he has 4 attacks basic, and he didn't charge this turn. So
No, I charged him the previous turn.
he did. So 4 attacks. Now hitting on 4s.
You are -1 to hit from my ability as well.
Now hitting on 5s.
So that's still 3 5s. It doesn't actually make that much difference.
So with the Relic Contemptor, it does degrade from 2 up to 3 up to 4 up now, because he's on his last legs, so to speak. He is still strength 14 though.
Yeah, that's only going to be 2 to wound, isn't it? That's all 3 of those. I've got minus what on that?
-3.
So I've got 6 up saves, but no invulnerable. I've made 2.
Oh, nice.
Those are the dice that you want, not when I'm attacking back though.
D3 damage for 1.
1 damage.
Oh, it might actually be flat 3.
Yeah, you sure it's not a flat 3 on those?
Might well be a flat 3.
We will grab some wound dice whilst we're waiting for validation on the rules.
It is a flat 3.
So it takes him down to 5. And then I will consolidate in with the Terminators.
This is going to be bad news. It's cannon mean to can't actually
There
get
you
it.
go, they are all now in combat. And they were charged, which means I now gain an attack for Hateful Assault because it's the turn in which you are charged.
You do. Unfortunately for me.
So we will start off with the Power Swords then, attacking first before we do the big pointy stick. So.
Oh dear.
That isn't terrible. I don't think I'm within 6 for
Might have
any
just walked out.
rerolls. I've just moved out as I've had to consolidate in. However, that's only 3 misses. We are 5s to wound. And that is 1, 2, 3 in there. 3 5s. At -3.
So 2 6s. So we've exchanged 2 6-ups.
Yeah, thanks for that. So you just take the 1.
And I just take the 1.
And
Although
then
they're power fists, aren't they?
No, they're Power Swords. So
Oh, they're Power Swords.
AP -3 and 1 damage.
So 1 is down to 1.
And then we go with the Scarab Cult Sorcerer then, with his 4 stave. He has, even though he's an upgraded character, he doesn't get any extra attacks. He's still 2 attacks, but 1 for
Right.
Hateful Assault. That is 3 hits. He is strength 6 though.
Uh-oh.
So 3s to wound. That is 2 wounds at -1.
-1, interestingly. Interestingly, I failed both.
Interestingly, you failed both. So the first one will kill 1.
Yes.
Because he's only on a wound, and the second one does D3 damage, and it does 2.
Bam.
That is the bike's gone. Go home.
That is the
You're
speed
drunk.
bump.
The speed bump has gone before the big blob here. However, at least I'm now going to get some shots back at you.
Well, only 4 of them. One's looking the wrong way.
Well, you'll turn around in a minute, but I get to consolidate now.
You do.
But
Come at me, bro.
this is the end of your turn 1. So I've now got to think about numbers here because you've still got some very strong Marines still going around. But when we come back, the movement phase for Battle Round 2 for the Thousand Suns. Following from David's advice, or copying the example, we're playing the mission. The mission is important, so this is where we're going to get to some of the manoeuvres here. So the Helldrake has moved in between the intercessors and the predator. So the plan is to bale flame into the intercessors because they are 2 points of damage, and then recharge into the predator. Demon Prince is still locked in combat. He's not flown away, so we've got 1 wound left on that Contemptor. Can Smite do it, or will you chin it? That is going to be an interesting test. The cultists have gone all gung-ho. They've moved forward mainly because they have to in order to be the numbers scoring as part of the objective. But equally, that puts them in rapid fire range with their super powerful guns.
Oh god.
Be aware. You've only got 1 wound, so you know
I
that's
do.
almost like the same as a cultist. They've only got 1 wound.
Mm-hmm.
I've also moved the Terminators up. I've moved the 3 Zangor up, so this is going to be a big melee in the middle here. We could see some heroic intervention from the Superboy here, the Emperor's Chimp. My Warlord, I was going to send him up towards the Contemptor for that smite range, just in case you rolled that 5+ shrug. But playing the mission, I want to put as much damage into this big blob here as I possibly can. I've lost the Sorcerer with Temporal Manipulation. I can't regen any of the damage that I've now taken. But we do have some Psychic Phase coming up, and we'll work out what that is in a second. There's plenty of powers still to come as we go into the Thousand Suns Psychic Phase.
It might affect what you're doing to do.
So you've got your Warlord trait. Just remind the camera people at home what this Warlord trait does.
It's the relic, actually.
Oh, relic, sorry.
So it's a special Black Templar relic, and of course it's against Psykers. So it's called the Skull of... insert name here. Cacodominus.
Yes.
I'm going to go with that.
That sounds good to me.
It says once per battle, after a psychic power has been manifested, so after it's gone off, by an enemy psyker within 12 inches of the model with the relic, which is my chaplain right in the middle. Roll 1d6. On a 2+, that model suffers d3 mortal wounds after the psychic power has been resolved.
So I've got a lot of Psykers that you can pick from. The only one that's not going to be in range is going to be the Demon Prince over here. Everyone else is within range. So this has the ability to not only kill my Warlord, but my Terminator Sorcerer, the other Sorcerer. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But let's see what we do. We are going to start with, once again, Tzeentch's Firestorm from the Terminator Sorcerer right here, going at the big blob of Marines. It is cast this time.
So, my Warlord trait does allow me to deny 1 psychic power with my Warlord. And I am going to... It's only 1 psychic power. Tzeentch's Firestorm. I am going to try and prevent that.
Okay.
Because that has the potential of killing multiple Marines.
It does. I cast it on a 7.
You cast it on a 7, so I get +1 to deny the Witch.
Oh, what? You have not denied it though.
It's the psychic phase.
Mm-hmm.
I'd need a 5 on that one.
Because you're +1, which will put you on an 8.
Onto an 8.
Yeah.
I am going to let that come through.
You're going to let that come through. So this is 9 dice.
How generous of me.
Yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to do this. And it's a mortal wound. But remember, you got a 5+ shrug on a mortal as well, right?
I do, yes.
So, any 6s is a mortal. And that sums up my game so far.
Yeah, if only you could shoot like that as well with your Inferno Bolt.
I've not been far off.
Storm Bolters, Combi Bolters, whatever they're called. Heretical scum.
Heretical scum indeed. Okay. So we're going to kick off then with Weaver of Fates, which is pointless. So in fact I will switch to a Smite, because Weaver of Fates increases your invulnerable save, which we are within 12 inches of the gate. That is pointless. So nearest target is going to be these guys, so a Smite. It is 1 mortal wound.
I will...
A baby smite from that.
I will not take it initially, because on a 5+ I ignore it.
Yep.
I do ignore it.
Like that, like a boss.
Heretical scum.
Yep, so we will then continue with the smites. We were going to go with a smite from the Demon Prince onto the Contemptor. It is cast on a 5. Fortunately I don't degrade and add 1 each time. So it is a D3 mortal wounds. But you have a 5+ shrug, and you can't block this with your chaplain power or your relic.
So how many wounds go through? Because I stopped the mortal wounds.
D3. It's just 1
Just
D3
the
on the channel. It is always 1. 5+ shrug on that. I can see the pain on the face.
Because if it goes through and I die,
then I'll be charging.
Yeah.
The intercessors.
So I'll try and shrug it off on a 5+.
Yep.
I do not.
It is a 3.
Do I re-roll it?
Have you re-rolled this phase yet? I don't think you have you?
No, not yet.
Nope.
I have a feeling a lot of these guys are going to die to the Bale Flamer that's going to shoot them from behind. I was about to say something else then.
So
I
we've
will.
procrastinated now, so this could be impacting. Are we going for a reroll
I
on
will
that?
take it.
You're going to take it and lose your dreadnought.
I am.
Does he explode?
Does he explode? Oh, he does.
He does. So that's how many? It's going to be both the intercessors and my dude are going to suffer. What, D3 mortal, I believe?
I think it's D3 within 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just those. So D3 apiece. D3 on my guy first.
2.
2 takes him down to 3 wounds.
And
And then
D3.
on your own guys,
2 again.
2, so it kills 1 intercessor.
Mortal wounds.
But it's mortal, so you get to shrug your own damage. Which,
no, I don't.
which you whip, so that's fine. That is an intercessor dead.
That is an intercessor dead. You with the
No head.
No head. That was his head that blew off.
Alas, poor Yarrick.
It's gone.
Poor Yarrick. Yes,
Moonwalks off the board.
that does open him up to a charge into the intercessors in a second. We still got more psychic powers to come, and we are going to be going with my warlord is the only guy left. So, in fact, no, diabolic strength on this guy here.
Oh.
That is not cast, it's a 3. That's a shame because that'd have been 2s to wound then, but it's the added attack that I
What
tend
a
to
shame.
prefer. What a shame, I can see that, yeah, you were really disappointed with that. So moving on to the warlord then, he has glamour and prescience. He's got to go prescience on the terminators, I feel. That is...
Oh, that is...
That wasn't 2 1s, was it?
That was
That
2
was 2
ones.
1s. Well, I've got to command point that, haven't I, really?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I might not even need my relic.
What is going on with the psychic phase? That is D3 mortal wounds on himself. It's 2, it takes him down to 1 wound. What are you doing? This is a shocker.
So are you going to risk this? Because I have the relic on a 2-up.
It will cause mortal wounds. I
And it
can't
will
take the
insta-kill.
risk. I can't take a risk on a smite or even on glamour. I'm going to have to stand there like an idiot and not do it because a 2+ will basically kill it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awful. That's bad news. That is bad news.
That's a 2-up with a reroll because I didn't use the reroll.
Nope.
Yeah.
Is that what you were saving it for?
Well, no, I wasn't, but I would now.
You would now, yeah. Okay. So we'll have a think about the shooting phase then. No more psychic phase. We'll move into the Thousand Suns shooting phase. Okay, decisions have been made. Magazines have been reinserted into the Storm Bolters and all that other kind of fluff nonsense that goes with this game that we all know and love. We're going to kick off then with Storm Bolters from the Scarab Cult into the Tactical Marines. So that is 4 Storm Bolters.
I think I'll find their combi bolters.
Okay, they're combi bolters, but they have the same rules now.
They are exactly the same. Although they're
Yeah.
Inferno, these ones.
They are Inferno, so they're a little bit better. This is the first couple
Am
of
I
shots.
re-rolling
I am
those ones?
re-rolling the ones this time, so... But no prescience.
Wish I hadn't told you that.
Oh, that is
No.
a lot of hits. Just
no.
from the combi bolters. And it is forced to win.
It is forced to wound.
Can't get them all in my hand. Which is 40. That is
even need to roll
not
a second.
so many wounds though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 8 that go through at -2, sir.
Whoa.
5+ saves.
8 5+s.
You predicted 6, right?
I said 6 were going to die.
That was your prediction.
Oh, I'll take that. Only 4.
You've been shrugging some big 5+ saves. And only 4.
Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We have the Soul Reef Cannon coming in next.
I'm still on for my 6.
You are still on for your 6. That is 3 hits. It's 3s to wound. That is
Oh.
only the 1 wound. These dice are a trait. It's -3 though.
It's a
That's
save.
a 6 in there. David. 2 Hellfires. Because these are going to be doing the damage. That's 2 hits. It is 2s to wound. It's 2 wounds at minus. I've forgotten.
A lot.
Right, elites after troops these days. Hellfire rack. It's minus 2.
So 5s again.
Yep.
Ooh.
One of them is D3 damage, which will only kill 1 dude.
Bang.
Is that better than your prediction?
That is. Only 5 died.
Only 5. That's why I'm saving the big guns till last. The contests. Rapid fire. 2, 4, 6. I've got 8 guys. 16 shots.
This is the Terminator killers.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 shots.
Hit on 4s?
Hitting on 4s, rerolling the 1s.
Oh.
And the rest of the dice as well. Rerolling the 1s. So that's not
They're
bad.
actually better than the Terminator.
These have been better than the Terminators.
However,
I do want to check they are getting the reroll, right? Because it's not Heretic Astartes only, right? Friendly Thousand Suns models, so they're a Thousand Suns model. They're all good. It is 5 to wound.
this is the downfall
They
of
are
them.
strength 5. Strength 3. Strength 3.
Oh, they're not strength 5.
Yeah, strength 3. Yeah, auto guns. Yeah, I haven't played guardsmen or.
Shooting Barrett 50
In fact, my
pounds.
cultists never do anything.
Yeah.
They always hide in the back doing not a lot.
Oh,
However,
dear.
they have whiffed. That is just 2 that go through there. There's 1, 6, 1, 5. That is a dead Marine.
That is 6 dead.
That is the prediction come true. I've still got 2 pistols to come.
Wow.
So
Go
I
ahead.
could-
Go ahead, sir.
Make my day. I have the aspiring sorcerer firing his pistol into that squad. It is a hit. It is not a wound. The exalted sorcerer next firing his pistol. It is a hit. It is not a wound.
Oh.
The prediction comes true. It is 6 that are dead. Here endeth the shooting in the middle. We then move over to the Helldrake. The Helldrake is bale flaming into the intercessors. Will we get another 6 like we did against the tank? We will get a 1. I have not re-rolled this turn.
I don't believe you have.
So we will command point. That puts me down to 2 CP for a 2. That's so much better.
1 CP for 1 extra shot.
3 to wound. It is 2 wounds at -2.
-2, which puts them to 5.
You're a master of rolling 5s. It's 1 dead dude. It's a 2 damage weapon.
Hoo-yah! That was the death sound of a Primaris.
That's what they make. I've
Yep.
read it. I've heard the audiobooks. That's the same noise that they make on the audiobooks.
Dodgy old 80s Chinese film. Kung Fu film, I should say.
They're the best, though. So the shooting phase is over. It wasn't as good as I was hoping.
It was as I expected.
Well, you predicted 6.
I
You
did.
were right.
I mean, 6 was a hopeful prediction as well, so I'm quite happy with that.
So when we come back, it is the charge phase. It is the charge phase, and we are starting with the Demon Prince charging the intercessors. So we're going to have some Overwatch coming up with that charge. Rapid firing bolt guns.
Oh, so 8 shots from bolt rifles.
That is a hit.
That is 1 hit. That is a wound.
That
as
is
well.
a wound as well. I'm only on 3. And that is, I'm only on 2 when I said I was only on 3. And we are going for charge range. It's enough. It's a 9.
It is.
The Helldrake is charging the Predator. Would you like to Overwatch there as well?
I would quite like to, and I'd
Yeah.
quite like to hit on all of these.
Well, there's 1.
There's 1.
3 to wound.
That is a wound.
And I am not within 12 of the gate, so I still have a demon save of 5+, which I fail. It's D6 damage.
Oh.
It's a 1. Helldrake takes a point of damage.
Yep.
And distance-wise, I mean, I position fairly close. That is enough. 6 inches puts the Helldrake into combat with the Predator. Next up, absorbing the Overwatch. Where are we going to go with first here? The Terminators can probably absorb the Overwatch better than the guys on discs, because the discs basically have no save really, because they rely on a 5+ invuln, which they
Oh.
don't have.
There are only a small number of shots coming
We'll
back.
go with the Terminators. Terminators charging then into the tactical squad.
Heavy bolter.
There's a hit.
There is a hit.
There is a wound.
Ooh, there is a wound.
There is a failed save, which kills the Terminator, who was only on 1 wound.
I'll take that.
I am sure you will.
Right,
Bolt
we've
guns?
got 2 bolt guns and a bolt pistol from the sergeant. He's got a power axe.
There is
No hits.
0 hits. Distance on the charge is a 6. That is plenty to get them in. So the Terminators have made it into combat. They did lose 1 on the Overwatch on the way in. My memory card ran out, so I'm not quite sure where we got to. So we were then talking about the decision about the Enlightened charging in. Do they want to take the Emperor's Champion? And you said he's quite good when he's standing next to someone else.
He's quite good when he's standing next to a character.
So is he got to be within 3 inches of a character?
1 inch.
1 inch.
So he's basically in combat with the character.
Yep.
When do you heroically intervene?
So I've declared a charge there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can now heroically intervene against the Terminators, should you so wish.
I-
Moving up to 3 inches if you are within 6 inches of the charge, I think it is.
I am, and I will choose to go against the Terminators.
So the Emperor's Champion is heroically intervening. Okay, in which case I am going to charge the tactical squad with the Enlightened. You can't overwatch because you are now in combat.
Mm-hmm.
We have a charge range of 7, so we will
Certainly
just
be in.
get into, we'll stand on the rock there looking all
High and mighty.
aviarchy. Yeah, that's he's so keen to get into the combat he's sliding off the rock.
There we go.
Look at that, perfect wobbly model syndrome. Now, I think that is all the charges. I don't think...
I believe it is,
I think
unless
that
your
is-
warlord wants to somehow fly over.
Yeah, I mean, he could charge, but equally, he's only on a wound, and I don't want him to be killed. But that said, there's a whole load of snipers looking straight at him. So, yeah, maybe I want to, because actually, the next turn...
Do you want to fly next to the Emperor's Champion?
Well, there's a gap here, so I mean, I can charge into that squad there. In fact, I'm going to have to get into combat, because otherwise I'm going to get sniped. So, he will charge into the gap that's right here. And he's got a big enough
Definitely get
range, so that is what he's going to have to do. He's going to stand all high and mighty, at least get into combat. And then if the rest of the combat goes well, then I'm not so fussed and we can consolidate and hopefully try and hide in the melee. So we are going to start the assault then. Where do we want to start this with? Because now you've got command points to interrupt.
I do.
I will say that you probably won't interrupt for the tank attacking the Helldrake, so I'll leave that for now.
You would be correct, sir.
However, intercessors, when they've been charged, are quite nasty. Because even that's still
3 attacks.
3 attacks each plus 1 for the sergeant as well. Because they have 3. So that's still 3, 6, 9, 12. That's still 13 attacks. And I've got 2 wounds. I think that's where I want to go first. Yes, that is what I will do. I didn't get Diabolic Strength off. So 4 basic, 1 for Hateful Assault, 3 for the Talons.
I am going to use a command point though on a stratagem from the Black Templars.
Oh, really?
Supplement.
Oh really, from the supplement?
Yep, called Vicious Riposte.
Is that where you swear at me with like loads of foul marine language?
Essentially, yes. It says use this stratagem in the fight phase when a Black Templar unit is chosen as the target of an attack. Until the end of that phase, when resolving an attack made against that unit, on an unmodified save roll of a 6, the attacking model's unit suffers 1 mortal wound after the unit's finished fighting.
What? So if you make saves of 6, I take a mortal wound?
Correct.
That's bonkers.
It's
Marines broken. Marines are broken. Games Workshop. Marines are broken.
I think
But yeah, because you're going to get 5 plus saving instance.
should I? So my decision in my head is Do I...
2 6s and you kill my warlord.
Correct, and
That's the
I'm
point.
debating whether I have enough attacks back and if I use it on the tactical marines instead. Because do you kill enough of these that my attacks back will actually bring him down anyway?
Yeah, I mean, I've got 8 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, 5+ save.
You've got 8 attacks, yes.
Yeah. And each one kills a guy.
Yep, so I will keep it on these guys.
You're going to keep it on those guys? I think that's probably the right decision.
Yep, so...
2 6s and that slay the warlord, that's a point. And at the moment, it's 1-0. In this high-scoring, high-stakes, intense game of Warhammer 40k, it's 1-0.
I mean, we're both ultra-competitive players. Like,
Oh, you've seen the beard come out already.
I've spammed my tactical marine.
Yeah, and I've used 3 dudes with spears. Right. That is a full suite of hits. That is a good start.
That is a very good start.
No diabolic strength though. I would have loved to have had 2s to wound, but alas, I'm on 3s to wound. Don't whiff it, don't whiff it.
Oh, there are 2 2s.
There are 2 2s and a 1. There are 5 in there.
It's the hits that he re-rolls ones, doesn't he?
Yep. I don't have lieutenants in this army. So, 5 saves, 5+. Any 6s though could be horrific.
Nothing.
It's not. It is 4 dead.
It is 4 dead. Oh, I am going to...
There could be another CP. You've used the CP already. I've not been regenerating my CPs, you know. I should have... I've got Helm of the Third Eye on this army.
Yes.
Just for the record, I've used an extra 4 that I haven't rolled for. I've got 1 CP back. Just for the record there, I don't want to be...
Takesy backsies.
I don't want to be diddled in the comments section saying, oh, you got the rules wrong.
I am going to use a CP.
And I don't want to get
re-roll.
diddled in the comment section for doing backsies either.
I'm going to use a reroll.
Yep.
No.
And that's cost you the 4 guys are gone, the intercessors, slain by the malefic talons of my warlord. He's a beast. 2 damage talons is the way to go.
Yes.
They've come down in points apparently. This is the last game before Chapter Approved 2019.
That's what everyone's saying,
Allegedly,
anyway.
the Winged Demon Prince has come down in points.
The wings have come down, I think.
Yeah. I don't think base models come down. I think the wings have come from like 15 to 10 or whatever. Which means I'll be able to take an extra cultist.
Oh, hey. Auto gunshots.
Yes. Right.
So
Are you interrupting?
I'm down to 5 command points, and I am going to...
Going to interrupt with your Predator tank on the Helltrip.
Yeah. Interrupt. 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
It's all hit.
It's all hit. Good, because he didn't have a reroll.
3s to wound.
3s to wound.
That's all of them.
That is all of them.
What's the AP of his sword?
-3, sir.
6 saves at -3.
With no invuln. And it's a D3 weapon, so they're not one-ups.
So, yeah, I'm on...
I should mention this.
5+ save.
escalators.
I'm on a 5+ save. I've made 2 of them.
So that is 4D3.
4d3, so roll them individually in case you roll some 1s. So that is 1 Terminator dead.
I should roll them over here.
2 Terminators dead.
3 Terminators dead.
Yep.
4 Terminators
2,
dead.
4. I've only got 4 left. That is the Terminator squad gone. Before they've even got to fight.
The Emperor's Champion.
Was a champion.
I took him out of the list because Primaris captains in general were better, especially with the aura buff of rerolling 1s. But I've put him back in because I wanted to use him from the new codex, and that worked.
Yeah, he might stay in now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he was always in there, and then
But he
took
just
him
wiped
out
out
recently.
He just wiped out my Terminator squad without even blinking an eye.
Wow.
That's turned the game quite substantially.
That has. However, you are now free to
enlighten you with the powers of spear.
I only have 3 command points left.
So have I. So the Zangor Enlighten. Now they are heretic Astartes, believe it or not.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which means they're even better now because they've now got extra attacks. So I have, with the Aviarch and 2 dudes, plus the Hateful Assault gives them an extra attack each now. And
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. I mean, it is 2 damage on the turn they charge. Not that it makes a huge difference against old school tactical marines. But I'm also +1 strength. I'm strength 4. I normally run these with a chamal. But
Sorry.
a shaman.
Oh right.
Chamal, come on. But alas, so I'm hitting on 3s. I'm re-rolling 1s for the exalted. So that is quite a few hits. It is 3s to wound. 6 is auto wound.
Oh wow.
6 is something I always forget.
Are they mortal wounds?
No, it's the ability. It's guided by fate. Each time you make a hit roll of 6, do not make a wound roll for that attack. It will automatically successful.
Oh, Templars.
So.
Also, the Templars have stolen that roll as well.
3s to wound. Okay. It is 5 at -1. Yes, -1.
5 at -1, so 4s, and I've already used my reroll this time.
2 dead.
Dead.
I also have 3 discs to attack.
Always forget
I
those.
always forget the discs.
Always forget those.
Make 1 additional attack using that profile. 3 discs. That's 3 hits. It's 4s to wound. It is no wounds. And we then move on to my warlord, who it was not my warlord, my exalted sorcerer, who has quite a lot of attacks as well now. Okay, he has 4 attacks, a +1 for hateful assault, gives me 5 attacks with his force stave. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s for himself.
Luckily.
Fortunately, which is a bit better. It is 4 hits. It is 3s to wound. It's all of them. With a force save,
Strength
which is
6.
strength 6. Yep, it's -1 d3 damage.
So
2 dead.
2 dead. That would be the unit.
That is
That
the
is
unit.
the unit.
That is the
So
unit.
I don't get to
Attack
fight with
Marines.
my power axe. I have a feeling they would have died to leadership anyway.
The fight, yeah, they were quite likely they would have had quite a large morale phase actually. That leads us on to the combat with.
The one that everyone's been waiting for.
This is the big one. This is what we're all talking about. He has 5 attacks because he's not degraded enough. Hitting on 3s.
Is that with your hateful assault?
That's with hateful. Yeah, it's only 4 basic. That is 4 hits. It is 4s to wound. It is no wounds.
So he's gone back into your list. Is he coming straight back out again?
He came into the list just because he doesn't get used very often, and there's a reason for that. Is that he's fucking shit.
Do you swear on your channel?
No, it'll get beeped. Don't worry. Although if I
This
swear
is like
more,
the most pointless.
because of the copper thing, the child protection thing that's come in on YouTube, you've got to make sure that your videos aren't for children. So apparently, if you open up the load of swearing, but then equally your videos get demonetised. So do you go to jail with the FBI, or do you not get that whole 2 cents that I'll make for this video? It's a big decision.
Yeah.
Consolidation then. So we will consolidate into the Emperor's Champion because I get a 3-inch move towards the nearest enemy unit.
Are you going to consolidate with your character?
No.
No, didn't think so. Thought I'd bring that up.
3 inches, which means hopefully he's boxed and can't run away. But
You can still go this way.
yeah,
I don't
but
think
equally,
you'll
well, the thing is, he's now standing in the open like an idiot. So he either gets shot from the snipers
Or beheaded.
or beheaded by the Emperor's Champion.
I think you just got to write him off.
I think he's a write-off. But
I think the Emperor's Champion would be more likely to kill him than snipers.
because of the rerolls all the rerolls, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've done amazing this game, but normally they are pretty pants.
Yeah. I also get a 3-inch consolidation with him towards your
Enemy units,
dude, so we'll go that way. But other than that, yep, okay, we're just going to have to stand there and take it and pray that, well, okay, your aggressor can't shoot me, but those snipers can. So the end of battle round 2, and it's another point to the 1,000 suns on the numbers around the gate. The summoning ritual is beginning to heat up. You can feel the dark powers calling because they've not been calling in my own psychic phase.
No.
Because I've rolled 3 or 4 perils so far. It's been shocking, but that's because Tzeentch is putting all of its money into this gate to bring in
money.
The big demons. Yeah. 40k is all about the money. Demons need money, but this gate is very important. So he's obviously channeling all his local regional power away from the Psykers.
Local regional. It's faster internet.
Yes, it's much better internet. Yeah, it's giggy. And when we come back, it is. What chapter are you again?
Black Templars.
The Black Templars. Movement phase. The most intense movement phase ever seen from a Black Templar.
A lot of deliberation there.
Yep, you've literally moved.
One guy.
The chaplain has moved in to
An inch.
an inch of the combat, ready to go. As we move into the Black Templars shooting phase, I've got a funny feeling that I'm going to lose a lot of models here. I've got a funny feeling that lone aggressor is going to wreck face against the cultists, who are actually giving me the numbers advantage here. I've got a funny feeling you're going to be getting Warlord. My Warlord is the Demon Prince, but I'm going to be losing this guy to the snipers. I've got a funny feeling, and then this combat is not going to go well in the middle. So, where are we opening up first, sir? We know it's a 6. So, litanies at the start of the battle round has been invoked, and you are giving your chaplain.
Yep. So he knows the Litany of Hate, which is the standard chaplain rerolls first round of combat. And he also knows the Fires of Devotion, which was what that roll was. So this one goes off. It is, if this litany is inspiring, select one friendly Black Templars unit within 6 inches of this model. If that unit makes a charge move or performs a heroic intervention, add 1 to the attack's characteristic.
So he's doing it on himself?
He is doing it on himself.
He is the only one charging here?
Correct. So he now has +1 attack. So I am going to skip my psychic phase.
Well, I should have skipped my psychic phase, really, because
probably would have done you better.
it would have done me an awful lot of favours. So we're moving into the Black Templars shooting phase, and where we're going to kick off the guns of pain.
Well, I if this all comes off, I'm going to explain it now so I don't look like I completely fluked it. So in my head, at the end of this round, you should only have 3 models remaining,
which is the Helldrake and the Aspiring Sorcerer and my Warlord.
Yep.
The Winged Demon Prince.
So I will start off with the snipers.
Yep. I am assuming they're going for this fella here.
Sniper's gonna snipe.
Sniper's gonna snipe.
So hitting on 3s. That's not a good start.
No.
That is not a good start.
It's the wounds that count the mortals, right?
It is. Should I?
So you want a 6 in here. There is no 6.
There is no 6. That is a. I am going to re-roll.
Yep. It's
so
still only the 1 wound.
It's only 1 wound.
No AP, so I'm on a 3+ save. It's save or die. It's a 3.
So we have pre-measured. I am within 24 inches of the
you are.
cultists, so I'm going to fire twice at them.
Ouch.
Yes, I am. I'm going
Can I go to ground? Is that still a thing?
If only. So, this is 6.
Poor cultist.
So, Boltstorm Gauntlets.
Boltstorms, here we go.
That's a miss there. Ooh,
Oh,
take that.
take that, Warlord. I keep calling him my Warlord. He's not. He normally is my Warlord, but not today.
Not today.
And notice there's no Ahriman because it is only 1,000 points. Ahriman doesn't come out for 1,000 points.
Good. And 3s to wound.
You are 3s to kill because you are still in tactical doctrines.
Go. So that is
It's
4
dead.
and then 2d6 from the frag store.
Yep. I've got 4
6.
left. That is 6 shots.
Oh,
It's 6 hits.
that is good. That is 4 more.
That is 4 more, and they are assault weapons still.
Oh no, sorry, that's 5 more. That's a 3.
They are assault weapons.
The frag storm.
I think that the whole unit is.
I think the whole thing.
The whole thing is. So that is the unit wiped That is 8 models off the board, which is very important for holding the gate. That was kind of expected.
So,
but that is never leave an aggressor on his own, because they are nasty.
I don't think I've got anything else to shoot.
Your guns are in pistol in combat.
Pistol in combat.
Pistol in combat. Never forget the power of the
And
pistol.
actually, the chaplain can fire his pistol for once. So the Emperor's
He's not
champion.
in combat yet.
No, but he's got a shooting phase. So
You can't shoot
no, I
him.
can't shoot them. They're closer.
You could, and he's out of line of sight, I believe.
Yes, he is.
So he has no shooting, but your Emperor's
Decided not to shoot
champion
him.
can fire his pistol in
He
combat.
can. He, I think, only hits on a 3. I knew it was going to be a 2.
You know it's going to be a 2, so you have to debate whether he has a weapon skill of 2+ or not.
He does not. He has a ballistic skill of 3 up.
So he misses. So end of the shooting phase, we move in to the charge phase. I assume the chaplain is charging in.
The chaplain is charging in, and
There is no overwatch here.
think I am going to charge into these guys.
Yep.
So it's instantly get in.
Absolutely.
So he normally has 4 attacks.
So chaplain fighting first, he is the guy that's charged. So yep, 4 attacks base,
Shock assault. And 1 for the fires of devotion.
Oh, of course, because that's a thing.
Yeah. So he has just a normal Crosius, but he is hitting on 2s.
Yep. He doesn't get any rerolls. He is not a captain of any kind. He has 4 hits.
I have rerolls. I've still got a load of command points. Well, 3 command points left.
Is he 1 damage a go?
No, he is D3.
So I've got 3 guys. You're
It's-
wounding
actually,
on
it's flat 2 actually.
flat 2. So is it even worth the reroll? Could be.
Just in case. Oh, hang on. That's he is strength 6, isn't he?
So yeah, it's going to be 3s to wound.
I am going to save those.
He's banking it. He's going for this.
Did it?
It's a full suite. Flat 2 damage.
Flat 2 damage.
I have no save against this. It's AP. It's at least more than -1, right?
It is
What, is it-
exactly -1.
It's exactly -1. I have a 6+ armor save only. Therefore, the
What?
chickens have been slain by the powers of the chaplain.
Okay.
The tank hitting into the Helldrake then.
Flat 3 attacks.
A whole 3.
A whole 3.
6 is the hit. There are no hits.
Don't know what
Now-
I expected from that.
I've only got 4 attacks back because there's no charges going on here or have been charged. I have hit 3 times. This combat has been terrible so far. It's forced to wound. It's no wounds once again. The combat monster demon engine of Helldrakeness cannot hit a stationary target in the form of a giant predator. Epic.
Oh god.
That is the end of the Templars turn 3. When we come back is the Thousand Suns turn 3. Much deliberation, because this is the
10
crux. This is the crux of the game. So we're going to continue in the vein of how I started, which is very aggressive. So the Helldrake is having to stay in combat over there to avoid being shot. The Winged Demon Prince has moved up, ready to engage the Chaplain. The Exalted Sorcerer has flown round the corner, ready to unleash hopefully some better mind bullets this time than he's done all game so far. Not kill himself.
We both
would be
know
nice.
he's going to perils.
Well, he's done it twice. And this guy's moved up for a baby smite as well, although he's the guy that has...
Remember, I still have the relic that does the D3 mortal wounds.
Yep. Oh shit.
I just remembered.
Oh my god. Yeah, so do I even want to psychic you now? Because that relic, because you didn't use it.
No, I didn't use it.
Oh my
I didn't need to because you perished yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to go with it and hope that you mess up and roll a 1. But then you've got a command point to re-roll it should you need it. So we will then start with Diabolic Strength on the Demon Prince. It is cast on a 6. He is diabolically strengthened. That is something. Can you bounce back on any psychic power that is manifested?
Well, his warlord trait is the +1 to his Deny the Witch and can do it
Oh,
on
yeah,
turn.
yeah. So I have cast that on a 7.
He's your warlord as well.
He is my warlord.
I'm going to use the relic now
Okay.
to try and kill off your warlord.
So it goes off, but you could do D3 mortal wounds on a 2+.
Well, do I want to?
And he is on 2 wounds.
Do I want to deny it as well? Because I can deny it with the warlord trait and then try and kill you off with the relic.
This is tense, everybody. This is tense. This is how gaming gets tense.
I'm going to let you get it off. I'm
Okay.
not going to deny that because I only get one deny.
Okay.
And I am going to, on a 2-up,
Yep.
use the relic.
It is a 2.
Goes off. So this might be where I reroll. That's
That's a horrific ability.
Yeah, it's once per game, and it's protection against psychic powers, but this is potentially Slay the Warlord.
Yep.
Gets it.
And I can't do anything about it. Slay the Warlord is achieved. The Demon Prince blows his mind with the psychic defense of that horrible, horrible relic. Congratulations.
I used a relic.
Woo!
I used a relic. That wasn't
Right,
Tifa's
okay
error.
then, that has changed the plans dramatically. We're going to go with the Baby Smite then from the Aspiring Sorcerer on to the Champion.
Champion, yeah. Closest model. Gets it off.
It's a mortal wound on a 5+, you get to ignore that. Don't you dare.
Ooh.
No, it's a mortal wound.
So it's down to 3.
Oh my days. Okay, this moves me on to my Exalted Sorcerer who is on 1 wound. Okay. We're going to have to go with the Smite.
Yep.
I think it needs to be a Perils of the Warp. However, it's D6 mortal wounds.
We play for the fluff, people.
Yeah, we're this is narrow. This is important. My demons need to arrive for the next round. Just because it's hilarious,
Do it.
I'm going to blow the mind of my Exalted Sorcerer in the hope that I kill your Warlord.
And I need to hope.
That you get some 5s.
Yeah. So you could save your reroll for this.
I think this is thematically quite funny.
Yep.
Now, would you do this in a normal competitive game? Probably not. So my Warlord, my Exalted Sorcerer is going to blow his brains, but he does D6 mortal wounds.
Yeah. He's only got 5 wounds.
I am command pointing that immediately.
Ooh.
For nothing much better. It's cost me the game, I think, this one. He's blown his brains, but you've got 3 5-ups to make against the mortal wounds.
I do.
That says it all. That says it all. That is insane.
My saves have been really good. It's the hitting bit that I can't do.
Yep, which means I'm going to have to charge in with this fella because you have to. You know, Overwatch with your pistol.
I am going to Overwatch with my pistol.
You miss.
I'm going
He
to miss.
charges in 5 inches. That is enough to get him in. He has 3 attacks.
You could kill him.
He has 2 attacks, I think.
I am
In
going
fact.
to Heroic Intervention as well.
Of course. I will check the number of attacks he has because I think an Aspiring Sorcerer may only have 1.
Just make sure that is the... 3 inches.
No, he has 2 attacks plus 1 for Hateful Assault. So,
3 attacks. Back to where we were.
back to where we were. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. He can't even re-roll the 1s anymore.
Nick, it's
The
all gone.
game is utter pants. He can't even wound. The game has fallen apart. Do you want to try and kill him back? Because
Well, I mean...
well, I've got. Right, let's go with the Helldrake then. He's on 4 attacks. I am using Demon Forge for 1 command point because this combat.
He's throwing them down, people.
I'm throwing him. It's 1 command point. In fact, I've just used. How many command points have I used? Just the 1 so far. So if I get it back, oh no, my Warlord's dead. So Helm of the Third Eye doesn't even count. Okay, thank you very much.
It's all gone out the window.
It's all gone Pete Tong. We are re-rolling hits this time though, which has given 3 hits. It's 4s to wound, re-rolling the wounds. It's 3 wounds, it's -2.
It's -2, so 5s. Saves 1,
It's
2
4
go
damage. In fact, that's 2, sorry, it's 2d3 damage.
Ooh.
It's
Ooh.
6 damage.
It is 6
That's
damage.
better.
He is down to 1.
Woo. However, time to kill the sorcerer. Time to give you 2 guys outnumbering at the gate.
So he was charged, so he now gets 6 attacks, the Emperor's Champion.
Oh, is that all?
He's been a complete legend so far.
He has.
He almost fluffed that. Luckily he hits on 2s. He does wound on 3s.
Yeah, at AP minus what?
-3.
Yeah. So I've got 6 up saves. Yeah, I have 6 up saves. I make 1. That is not enough. That is the aspiring sorcerer dead.
And they are
And that-
consolidating towards the closest enemy unit, which is just your Helldrake.
It was all or nothing. It's the end of turn 3. You have Warlord, you have the gate. I was 2-0 up. That scored you 2 points. It puts it at 2 apiece. Templars have moved. The Predator has backed away to allow for the shooting. The aggressor has moved forward, so he is in range but has had to move to do so. The characters have stayed where they are because they are holding the gate now. So we're going to let fire with the snipers.
So the snipers have 5 shots. Hit on 3s. Oh dear. 3 hits.
Yep, I'm not -1 to hit. He doesn't have the supersonic words.
So that is a mortal.
A mortal and a save.
2 saves. So 4.
Toughness 7. 1 save. It is a save. He takes 1 wound from that mortal from the snipers. The aggressor, I assume, is going to be letting rip next.
Yep, I might as well fire the frag storm at the same time. So
Yep.
D6 shots.
For the full 6.
6.
Just when you want it.
So he gets 12 strength 4 shots essentially. Still at -1 because I never actually moved out of the assault doctrine. The tactical
yep.
doctrine.
You haven't needed to. I've just whiffed it all the way through.
Yeah.
It's fine.
When it came to my assault, it was practically over.
3s to hit, so that's plenty of hits in there. That's 4 misses out of the 12. That's 8 hits. I'm toughness 7. It's 5 to win. That is 3 wounds. AP -1 because you are still tactical. 4 plus saves. That is 1, 2, 3 failed saves. He's taken 4 wounds at this phase.
That's it.
Very cool. That is it. And so we're still 2 apiece. Thousand Suns movement phase. What am I going to move? Not much I can really do here. I have had to go for the Warlord and the objective. I've had to leave that Predator alone. I probably should have played some of these abilities a little bit earlier, but that's the nature of the beast. Okay, so I've still got 3 command points to play with. I need to remove both the Emperor's Champion and that Chaplain in this single phase to have half chance. A Warlord would be nice, and then if I can survive the incoming fire, no invulnerable save available on the Helldrake, but equally you are well raspberried over there, but there's still a lot of shots. So this is what we've got to do. It's going to be D6 Bale Flame shots. I am going to be playing Demon Forge in the shooting or fight phase. I'm going to be going, it is per phase. We're going to play it in the fight phase, I think. So shooting wise then, we're going to have to go D6 shots into the Chaplain. It's a 1. I'm going to have to CP that. It's a 2. This is not good. My dice have been poor. It is strength 6. It's 3s to win.
Oh.
It's 1 wound. I can't re-roll that dice.
What's the minus?
Minus 2 for Baleflamer.
So he goes to a 5, which he fails. So he would be down to 2 wounds.
Baleflamer minus 2. So it takes 2 damage. Puts him on 2 wounds.
Do I want to re-roll?
I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? I'm going to have to multi-charge. Because I've got to pull off a miracle here. So I'm going to play the Demon Forge stratagem, which is hits and wounds. There is also have to go with a multi-charge here. This is the only way I foresee having any chance of pulling this out of the bag. I'm going to have to charge both and split my attacks, but we are playing Demon Forge for reroll hits and wounds in the fight phase. Over to you for some Overwatch.
So, the Assault Bolt Pistol from the Primaris Chaplain does not hit.
It does not.
And the Bolt Pistol from the Empress Champion does not hit either.
So we have a 2d6 charge. I need something, I need at least, what, a 4-ish, I'd say, to get round and into
here,
both?
I'd say 3.5.
3.5, so we, okay. It's a big enough dice roll so I can get in to both dudes. So, I'm going to move the rock for the sake of not damaging any models. This is important. I've never played a more important game except all the other games. So I'm going to triple check, I have still got 4 attacks. Plus 1 for Hateful Assault, so I've got 5 to play with. I'm re-rolling hits and wounds. No, I've got to play it properly. I've got to play it. So we're going to go 3 on the Warlord, the Primaris Chaplain, 2 on the Emperor's Champion. That's it. So we'll do 2 on the Emperor's Champion. I'm minus 1 to hits, 4s to hit. I'm re-rolling all hits. It's 2 hits. That's a good start.
Uh-oh.
It is 3s to wound. They've both gone through. It's minus 1.
He has saved both.
He has saved. He's got a 2+ save.
He has a 2+. The Warlord only has a 3 up. Though.
He's got stupid armour. That is unfortunate. It's 3 attacks on the Warlord. Re-rolling hits. It's 3 hits. That is another good start. It's 3s to wound. They've all gone through.
Uh-oh.
It's minus 1.
4s. Oh.
He's saved 2. It's D3 damage.
I am going to re-roll.
Oh, he's going to CP it. He's going to CP it.
Oh, it still goes through.
It still goes through. It's D3 damage.
Oh,
I'm CPing it.
Oh.
It's Slay the Warlord. This I've got to regen. See if I get one. No, I don't get Helm of the Third Eye. My Warlord's dead.
So
that was the last of my CPs burnt just to get through that.
So I will burn the last of my CPs.
Oh, here we go. What shenanigans have we got now? I get to fight anyway.
No. I've only had 2. I only had 2 command points left.
Get your Warlord off my board. Come on. It's Slay the Warlord. It is the end of battle round 4. We're tied on the objective. There is no points to gain on the objective. However, I've gained 1 for Warlord. That puts me at 3-2.
Well, I've still got to attack back.
You still got to attack back. Bring it on. See if you can kill the Helldrake.
So
You're
have
minus 6 to hit.
5 attacks plus 1 for being charged. Shock assault. So hitting on 2s.
They've all hit. That's not good. But you are 5 to win though, even with your strength 6.
Yes.
That's 2.
2.
Minus.
You're not a character, are you?
No.
Minus 3.
So I've got 6+ saves. I've rolled 1s all game long.
So this is D3 damage.
Yep.
2, 3.
It's 3 damage. That puts him down to 7. So as I was saying, it's 3-2 in the score. It's Warlord. It's a tied objective in the middle. It's over to you for turn 5. Another rapid movement phase from the Black Templars. The heroic champion backed very steadily away,
He did.
staring down the jaws of the big demon engine, but he is letting everybody else shoot him because the Helldrake dies. The game is over.
It is.
Well, this is turn 5. If you table him, we need an extra turn on the random game length to stop it being a tie.
True. True.
So this could be a tie.
Yes, because what I'd do is run for line breaker for the last.
Yeah, but we need to get the random game
would.
turns to do that. So yeah, it's all or nothing here.
So let's shoot the las cannons.
The last cannon's on
Let's get
full
it-
raspberry mode.
Let's get it out of the way.
You've got 1 CP remaining for any rerolls that you need.
Hit on 5s.
Oh dear, that is unfortunate. That's 3 hits. You still got a wound. It's 3's to wound.
It's whether or not. So everything else I think is wounding on 6. Well, 6 is for mortal wounds from these guys.
Yep. But he's only on
He needs
7.
5s.
3d6, 2d6 damage should be enough to kill him. I have no invulnerable save. I have
do I
a
need
6 up save
I
from the
need
last
3s to wound you.
because
don't
you
I?
are not -4 because you are not Devastated Doctrine.
I'm not Devastated Doctrine.
3's to wound.
3s to wound. So this is what I might use the command point on.
You don't need to. It's 2 that have gone through.
I am going to command point.
You are command
I
pointing.
don't trust my average
Okay.
rolling.
All 3 have damaged. It is 6 to save because you are AP -3, not
Minus
4
3, yeah.
because you are not in Devastator. I need a 6. I have 1 6. It's
Oh.
2d6 damage. It's
7.
exactly 7. That is the end of the Thousand Sons forces in this battle. There's no invulnerable saves because of the gate. So, this is the end of turn 5, because I have no turn 5. You score a point for holding the gate, taking it to 3 apiece.
I do.
Whoever went first rolls the dice to see whether the game continues.
On a.
On a check the rulebook to see what number it is. I believe it's a 3+. So that's the end of the Black Templars turn 5. I have no turn 5. I have been tabled, so we are 3 apiece. Random game length, you rolled a 6. We do have 1 more turn, which means you are going to win the game because you will automatically hold the gate and 4-3. And that's probably where we're going to call it, really, because Line Breaker, it makes no difference at this stage. This is a narrative campaign. The number of points does not matter. The Black Templars have stopped the summoning of the demons from the Thousand Sons. That went to the wire.
Ridiculously close.
Ridiculous.
Cool.
So the end of probably one of the most epic games of 40k I've had in, well,
A long time.
a few months.
Yeah.
One against Glenn fairly recently, went to turn 7, was flip-flopping between 5 and 7, but this game went to the wire. How did you think it went?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been mad to lose this game. It was so close. It was a lot of fun, and it just came down to dice rolls and pretty much math hammer at the end.
Yeah, there was some careful calculations right towards the end because it did make such a huge impact, and I had to make some risky calls to try and pull those last bits back. Disengaging the Helldrake right at the very end. Then you rolled all those hits, even on that full raspberry Predator. Then even with the reroll, oh my word, all throughout the game. So starting from turn 1, my psychic offense was terrible. Let's be honest, I hardly got any powers off over the first couple of turns.
Yeah.
Lots of
Arguably, you did more damage to yourself with
yes.
perils.
So double 1 with a command point reroll for another 1. Then I managed to get the wounds back with temporal manipulation, which he then lost subsequently straight away. Some other powers that didn't go off as well. Then that double 6 moment towards the end where I made a thematic. I mean, realistically, I should have re-rolled it, but thematically, I thought it was quite a cool thing to do in a narrative game.
I'd like to think you would have rolled another 6, to be fair. So.
Well,
Although
it's
the
possible.
trend of the game, you wouldn't have rolled
I
another
would
6.
not have rolled another 6 when I needed it. No, that is very true. Some other key points of the game then for me. I didn't have any key points really. The dice would not, the fickle nature of Tzeentch really kind of ruined my day a little bit. Starting off, those 4 saves on the rubrics right at the very start, whiffing all of their, all his dust saves, lost 4 straight off that early shooting phase was pretty brutal. kept the numbers in the game towards the end until that aggressor wiped out all of those little cultists that were giving me the numbers
that was a
advantage.
big turning point. Never thought the cultists would mean anything, but
No.
numbers game.
Normally they hide at the back of the board holding an objective, but when there's only one objective in the middle, numbers were counting. They had to play an integral part, but when that aggressor let rip twice, they were never going to stand a chance. Calculated decisions on that Helldrake, having to disengage from that predator, and then go for that multi-charge. Even with the rerolls, it wasn't to be.
It was extremely close to the end. The Emperor's Champion, I brought him back in, benched him. He obviously got a talking to when he was back on the Thunderhawk, and absolutely let rip, just killing off those Terminators.
He was your man of the match. He went through the Terminators, he went through the Enlightened. Having no invulnerable save was painful. I'm going to rewrite the campaign book for the next time in order to give me an advantage, because I need it. My Helldrake, it was a fun unit to use. I wanted to use at least one demon engine in this game, because I thought that thematically for a summoning, you know, the Dark Gods going, oh yeah, you've got some demons with you. I've got a couple of demon discs. The demon engine. I was going to take a Forge Fiend for the shooting, but this guy rarely gets out of the shelf for
rarely will now.
For a good reason, is that he's rubbish.
I mean, if you'd used Demon Forge in earlier turns, he might have done more, but then you wouldn't have had the command points in the latter turns.
Yep.
So who knows?
Yeah, had I got rid of the Predator early on and then been able to bring him round and maybe have a go at the Scouts and do something a little bit earlier on, rather than right at the very end where he became almost my clutch unit, and then you rolled the 2d6, got the exact 7, and that was the end of the dude. And with that, but it could have been a tie had we not had the extra turn as well.
Yes, yeah, rolling the 3 up for the extra turn meant that I actually got the win, which again was just one dice roll. Could have all turned around.
There were so many single dice roll moments as well. Like if I'd got the double 6 that I rolled for the Super Smite with the Exalted Sorcerer, had he got a 5 and forced you to make those mortal wound saves and you messed that up, there were some other clutch moments where
could have lost my Warlord earlier.
Yeah. There were some single dice rolls that were crucial to the game, and that's what makes a really good narrative game for me. That could have gone either way, and I don't think either of us would have cared on the result.
Yeah, and a lot of the game came down to psychic powers, whether it was denying them or periling against them or just killing off 3 or 4 models. The psychic phase was brutal for you initially, but it actually came up trumps right at the end, albeit a bit too late.
With that, is it the relic? The relic ability to, on a 2+ cause me D3, and I'm on 2 wounds at that point. And that got you slay the Warlord, because I'm pretty sure that had he got into combat, he would have killed your chaplain pretty easily.
And having, if you hadn't have perils earlier, I would have used it on the Exalted Champion as well, the Exalted Sorcerer.
Yeah.
On the disc, had he not rolled double 1 for perils and pretty much taken the disc off himself.
Killing myself.
So there were a lot of single moments where it could have completely flipped, and that's what you want, really. Yeah,
it's a very it wasn't a one-sided game.
Not at all.
It was very flip-flop throughout. It could have gone either way just on some of those single dice roll moments. That's what made it a really good game. That's what makes a good narrative campaign for me. But it does mean that it's a win for the Imperium in the Hallows Gate, and I need my Chaos brethren to be able to do some summoning ready for the next game. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this battle report. I hope you're following along with the narrative campaign. Thank you once again to David for coming from the Floorhammer podcast.
Thank you.
To join me to play this next round. There's more to come on the channel. We've still got 3 more rounds to come. The big guns start to come out now as we move into the bigger points games. You might see Araman make an appearance. You might see some demons make an appearance if my Chaos brothers can get some summoning off elsewhere in the system. That would be nice.
Abaddon's got to turn up at some point as well.
Abaddon would be nice for the forces from the other Dave in the team. That'll be handy because I've let you down. Sorry, boss. But thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall catch you guys on the next video.
Cheers.